Samuel? Are you there? Please, say something. I've been looking for you. You promised you wouldn't just disappear anymore. I've been looking all over for you. Ow! What's wrong with you? I don't know who you are. I don't know my own husband. You disappear every night. You only talk when it's absolutely necessary. Where is the man that I married, Samuel? I want my husband back!
What have I done? What the hell have I done? Oh no! I didn't want this! No! No! Oh, no!
Get on with it! Stick the damn fuse back in! I want to open the store!
Let's see. A few plastic containers, bottles and boxes, light bulbs, cables, grease. And a small carton of fuses. Hopefully the fuses work. You never know in this place. There's just one fuse left in the box. But at least it looks unused. I reckon it still ought to work. An old dust-encrusted fuse box. There are a lot of wires coming out of the top of it, which then run along the floor joists. Doesn't look exactly safe. Okay then. Just like everything else of Fuller's, pretty well junk. The blown fuse must be under here. Fuller's already had a go at it. But again, he couldn't sort it out. The 3 other fuses look fine, but this one's had it. I should throw that away, otherwise I'll get mixed up. Well, that's that. Now all we need is some power. Okay, so let's have a look. Let there be light. Don't need this anymore. I'll leave it here in case the power drops out again. And that can only be a matter of time looking at the fuse box. That rickety pallet is blocking my view of the lower shelves. I can't see what's behind there. Photo developer. Looks like it's been there for a while, but the bottle's still sealed, so it could still be good. Fuller will hardly miss it, and even if, I can live with it. A small container of photo developer from Fuller's basement. It's full to the brim. A battered paint can with about half an inch of dust on the lid. Dr. Rainbow's Finest Pearly White 85. I don't think I can recall having seen one pearly white thing in this whole building. There's not as much dust on the floorboards here. They're almost shiny, in fact. So does Fuller stand here every night with a beer looking at these awful pictures? These boards don't run parallel to the wall. They're turned 90 degrees. They make a rectangle roughly 30 by 25 inches. Strange. The boards aren't fixed at all. They move easily and sank a little bit into the floor as I stepped on them. Something's a bit strange about this place, but I have no idea what it is. Something's a bit strange. Some photo of a beach and an ocean. There are millions of pictures like this. They all look the same somehow. If I want to look at awful pictures, then I can do it upstairs in the store. A timeless, plain and simple 80-watt bulb on a cable. A classic. An old clothes dummy. Ugh, judging by the smell, it's been damp at some point, and now it's just moldering away. I wouldn't accept it as a present, even if it didn't stink. An ancient rusted bucket with a little bit of water in it. With that water in the bucket, it's only a matter of time until it's completely rusted through. I certainly don't need a bucket, nor a load of rusty water. A beer crate with 24 bottles. All empty. And the bottles aren't dusty either. Beer doesn't keep long around here. Cheap beer. That's about right for Fuller. I just wonder why he has the crate in the basement. I can't see him coming down here every time he wants to drink a beer upstairs. An old garden hose with more holes than a golf course. I can't do anything with that. A light shaft with a grill. Leads up to the backyard. The hinges on the basement grill are rusted. No idea if you could open it, and even if you could, it'd squeak like hell. I don't want to open the grill. Why should I? Some photo of a beach and an ocean. There are millions of pictures like this. They all look the same somehow. So let's go up. A wonderful working day awaits, full of appreciation and deep personal fulfillment. Ugh.
Finally! You make a big deal about going to college, but you're too sappy to replace a fuse. Put that board outside in front of the store. Get on with it!
That's Fuller's camera. It's quite a good one. Huh. If good technology would make up for missing talent, then even a complete idiot like Fuller could shoot good pictures with it. That's Fuller's camera. It's quite a good one. You know? That idiot's kit really isn't too bad. And pretty expensive. The lights look brand new. He's definitely not had them for long. Perhaps the store used to do better before, and he had some savings. Or maybe he bought the new lights on credit. The store couldn't have paid for them, that's for sure. The postcards all show scenes from New England. They're the regular cards you see everywhere around here. Who should I send the card to? My fellow white-bread students who I hardly know? Or my mom, who lives a couple of houses away? Many of the things here are overpriced, but that's obvious. There's only one photo store in town. He takes advantage of that. Simple reflex cameras for private use. Nothing special. My SLR camera, fitted with a flash too. I never leave home without it. That's a postcard of Biddeford. It's very useful for getting from one part of town to the next. But I can't just go off across the town right now. I've still got things to do here. A bottle of distilled water. I'll take that with me. I'll concentrate on my job first, before Fuller completely loses it. The store isn't doing very well. I don't think a cheap sign is gonna change that. But what the hell?
Someone's really turned up.
Huh?
You've put it the wrong way around.
Yeah.
I'd like to get some portraits done. Some pretty black and white pictures. Have I come to the right place?
Oh, yeah. You're at just the right place. Black and white photography is my specialty.
Wonderful. So let's get started. My name's Angelina.
Oh, I'm Darren. Let's go inside.
Welcome to Fuller's photography store. What can I do for you?
I wanted to get some portraits done.
Ooh, very good. We can start right away, dear lady.
But I thought Darren would...
What? But he's just an errand boy. A pretty child like you deserves a real photographer. Here, go and pick up the post and take this letter to Mrs. Biba in the diner in the main square. I've got things to do.
Son of a... I can't go in there until I've done all of Fuller's jobs for him. He'd lay into me right in front of Angelina. And I'd like to avoid that if possible. But she seemed to see through him pretty fast. She can see what an asshole he is. Most of the pictures here in the window weren't taken by Fuller. In some moment of blinding inspiration, he must have decided to get some proper photographers to promote his business. Of course, they have no idea just how lucky they've been. Portraits, group pictures, wedding photography, and landscapes. And all of them totally unimaginative, just as things should be. This is where Fuller keeps the junk that he doesn't just throw somewhere in the yard. so not much. A reel of fishing line. There seems to be a little still on it. Only the line, I'm afraid. No hook. Fuller hung out the laundry yesterday, for him and his mother. I just found it somewhat surprising that a fat ass like him does the laundry for his mother. Alarming, even. The man is way past 40 and gets bossed around by his mother. A length of tow rope, a bit more than 2 yards long, and in great condition. Ropes are always good. If somebody told me the old fat pig dumped poisonous waste, then I'd completely believe it. I don't understand why Fuller doesn't just get this stuff picked up. What does he want to keep it for? That's the cage for Fuller's mother's dog. But the dog is usually in the house. At least, I've never seen it here in the cage. The water bowl is completely dry. Perhaps I can still use it. I can only see into Fuller's office through the window. Sadly, I can't watch the photo shoot. I can only see into Fuller's office. A completely rusted bucket with big holes in the bottom. The handle's busted off. I'm gonna leave the bucket there. There really isn't much more I can do with it. Either out front or in the back. Fuller's gonna go nuts if I haven't done his jobs for him. The window is open, presumably to let in some fresh air. Or maybe it just doesn't close properly. Who knows? The window is open. The window's barred. The bars seem pretty strong and are bricked into the wall. The window's barred. The window's barred. A solid iron grill. It's across the light shaft that leads up from the basement. Not exactly a fishing rod, but maybe I can catch something else with it. That would certainly work, but why should I do it? The door isn't locked. A tow rope from a... I think that's Fuller's car. I'm not one of those people who knows about such things and goes into fits of ecstasy when they see a classic. Who knows? Is that thing a classic anyway? Pretty senseless driving around Maine in a convertible. But I reckon that's not what it's really about. It was expensive, and that's what counts. A life belt. Years ago, there were pirates around here who used to lure ships under the rocks. They used to light false beacons, and once the ships had run aground on the rocks, they'd row out and rescue the cargo. Pretty senseless driving around Maine in a convertible. But I reckon. Pretty senseless driving. Looks like you can only buy tourist rip-off stuff in here. But the mail for the whole neighborhood gets dropped here too. Back there is where the harbor ends and the natural shoreline begins. Just miles and miles dotted with lone houses. Often guest houses and hotels with views over the ocean. A young woman. She looks sad. Everything okay?
No, it's not actually. Carrie died here 2 years ago. She was my best friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. How did it happen?
You're not from around here.
No, I'm from Boston. I'm spending the semester break at my mother's.
Yes. Well, Carrie committed suicide. No one knows why. Everyone loved her. She was intelligent and always happy. I think there's still a picture of her in old Fuller's display window. A young woman with dark hair and green eyes.
Yes, I know that picture. A really pretty woman.
She had so many plans. After studying, she wanted to open a kindergarten here in Bedford with her husband Jason. I just don't understand it. From one day to the next, she changed completely. Became really reclusive. She was depressed and melancholic all the time. No one could reach her anymore. Not even Jason. Even though they loved each other more than anything. Then one day, she just threw herself into the sea.
And no one knows why?
No one. Jason has never gotten over it. He couldn't help her. A few months later, he married that brainless bimbo with a convertible. He probably just felt so lonely. It's definitely got nothing to do with love.
He must have been really lonely.
Excuse me. I'd rather go alone right now.
Of course. I'm sorry. There's barely a single wave today. No wonder. Beautiful weather, not much wind.
And then I said to him, Jason, I need a new car, urgently.
Oh yeah, and then?
What can I say? It's parked right outside.
You can't be serious.
Sure, I'm being serious. A convertible, totally cute.
Girl, you're just gonna have to show me later.
Oh yes, there's no way I'm not going to do that. And in
A
this
stand
weather.
displaying a
You
million
lying.
travel guides.
And what did he do?
New England,
Well, he
Quebec,
just left her sitting there.
England and Wales, Holland,
Well, she
the
didn't
national
deserve
parks of the
anything
USA,
better.
But that's
Tuscany,
not all.
Hong
You
Kong,
joking. There's more?
etc., etc.
Yeah, now get this. Fork Truck Pete just can't afford that kind of thing.
Hey, it's me, okay? And I'm telling you, she saw him herself.
But surely it doesn't look as cute as my new convertible.
Well, hardly.
Talking of which, weren't we going to go for a little ride?
Yeah, I'm about to have my lunch break.
Ah, yeah.
Those are banners
And what did your
flags.
Jason say to that?
Some very stylish.
He doesn't know a
some
thing about it
completely
yet.
not. I reckon
you
the big
go,
ones must
girl.
be for yachts.
Now don't you go telling anyone, okay?
Girl, of course I won't. What are you thinking of?
You're a darling, Rosie.
What was that story again with your new car?
Coffee mugs,
Where is
little
it then?
lighthouses,
It's parked
badges,
right outside the shop.
mini life belts,
Ooh,
with bit of
then we can go for a ride on my lunch
plastic
break.
house numbers,
But isn't that still a way
porcelain
off?
lobsters,
So what is
plastic
going on with
lobsters,
Fork Truck Pete and that
wooden
sister,
lobsters,
what's her face?
metal
Not the
lobsters.
sister. That's
What
Matt's
more
cousin,
could the
that's
tourist
who.
heart yearn
I
for?
thought she was...
And then I said to him,
The main
Jason,
state flag
I need
always
a new
looks more like a
car,
beer
urgently.
company logo to me.
Oh yeah, and then?
At least they've got
What
an
can
elk
I
and
say?
a tree in there.
It's parked right
That's
outside.
nice.
You can't be serious.
So what have we got here?
Sure, I'm being serious.
Hampshire,
a convertible,
Canada,
totally cute.
Something or other
Girl,
I don't recognize.
you're just gonna have to
New
show me
Brunswick
later.
or
Oh
Quebec,
yes,
perhaps.
there's no way
And
I'm
of course,
not
the
going
obligatory
to do
stars and stripes in every imaginable shape and size. No thanks.
that. And
I don't have a boat.
in this weather.
And if I did,
You lying.
I'd be sailing
and
under
what
the
did he
skull
do?
and crossbones.
Well, he just
Or
left her
maybe a
sitting
Popeye
there.
flag.
Ha.
Something
Well,
a little
she didn't
cooler
deserve
than these.
anything better.
But that's not all.
You joking.
I
There's
think
more?
I'd rather my hand
Yeah,
fell
now
off
get
before I
this.
took any of those with me.
Fork Truck
There are
Pete
too many
just
travel
can't
guides to just
afford
go
that
leafing
kind
through
of
them
thing.
all.
Hey, it's
While
me,
I've
okay?
got
And
nothing
I'm telling
specific
you,
to look for,
she saw him herself.
I'll leave them there.
But surely it doesn't look
There are
as
too many
cute
travel guides
as
to
my
just
new
go
convertible.
Well,
there are too many
hardly.
travel guides to just
Talking
go
of
leafing
which,
through them all.
weren't we going to go for a little ride?
Yeah, I'm about to have my lunch break.
An old ship's wheel.
Ah, yeah.
It's supposed to endow a certain maritime charm, I guess.
And
I
what
reckon
did your
that the
Jason
local
say to that?
tourist board is
He
missing
doesn't
something
know
of a
thing
hook for this
about it
place.
yet.
I mean,
you
what is
go,
there here
girl.
that's a bit
Now
special?
don't you go telling anyone, okay?
There must be dozens
Girl,
of places
of
like
course
this
I
one
won't.
along the coast.
What are you thinking of?
You're a darling,
An armchair.
Rosie.
What was that
Doesn't
story
look too
again with your new
uncomfortable.
car?
But who would want to sit down in this shop with the charming Rosie? I am definitely not going
Where
to
is
sit
it
in that.
then?
It's parked right outside the shop.
Ooh, then we can go for a ride on my lunch break.
But isn't that still a way
The
off?
clock must be busted.
So what is going on with Fork
At
Truck
least it'll
Pete
be
and
right
that
twice a
sister,
day.
what's her face?
Not the sister. That's Matt's cousin, that's who.
I thought she was...
Huh. Every possible kind of form. Garbage and large object
And
collection,
then I said to
telephone
him,
rerouting.
Jason, I need
Here's
a
a
new
form
car,
from the
urgently.
Make Our Town Prettier
Oh,
committee.
yeah. And then?
My mom's
What
on
can I
board of
say?
that one.
It's parked
It seems
right
you should
outside.
send in suggestions for
can't be
improvements around
serious.
the town.
Sure, I'm being serious.
I'm not
A
interested in these
convertible,
forms for residents.
Totally cute.
I've got a few things
Girl,
going on
you're
which
just gonna have to
this
show
town
me
could be
later.
a little more
Oh
interesting.
yes, there's no
But
way
I don't
I'm not
hold out
going
much
to
hope
do
for
that.
success for them. Handbills for local
And
events.
in this
Grand
weather.
New Year Bazaar.
You lying.
Hits
and
a
what
go-go,
did he do?
dance till you
Well,
drop.
he just left her sitting
oh,
there.
Man.
Ha! Well, she didn't deserve
The other stuff,
anything
small
better.
ads.
But that's not
This
all.
is where the locals
You
sell the
joking.
junk they
There's
no
more?
longer need.
Yeah. now
Lawnmowers,
get
baby
this.
cribs, record players. I'll pass.
Fork
A
Truck
collection
Pete
note
just
for a
can't
package.
afford that
There's a
kind
little
of thing.
shop down on the
Hey,
harbor which
it's
is a
me,
collection
okay?
point
And I'm
for all
telling
the
you,
parcel mail
she
around
saw
here.
him herself.
If I hand
But
in the
surely
note there,
it
I'll
doesn't
be able to
look as
pick up Fulla's
cute
delivery.
as my new convertible.
Well, hardly.
Talking
A
of
letter
which,
from Fulla.
weren't we going to go for a little
I'm supposed
ride?
to give it to Mrs. Bida in the
Yeah,
diner.
I'm about to have
She
my
works
lunch
behind
break.
the counter there.
Ah, yeah.
Now, perhaps Mrs. Superficial is familiar
And what
with
did your
angles.
Jason say to
or
that?
maybe she's a Nirvana
He
fan.
doesn't know a thing about
Really?
it yet.
What the hell can I talk to her about?
You go, girl.
Now don't you go telling anyone, okay?
Girl, of course I won't. What are you thinking of?
Excuse me?
Have you got something wrong with your ears?
No, I just wanted a package.
Something wrong with your eyes then?
Huh?
Listen, I'm talking here. Can't you see that?
Yeah, I can see as clear as day, unfortunately. But I have to collect a package for Fuller at the photo store.
There'll be no line jumping in this store. You're online, okay? Now wait until I'm ready.
Ugh, the young kids today.
Always. I'm always having a fight with them.
Bad parents, that's what it is.
So tell me, what's happening with your new car again?
That car belongs to the world record talking lady from the shop. Could be useful.
Oh, my convertible!
Hello? Is it something like my turn now? Please, don't let me rush you.
What do you want?
I'm supposed to collect something for Fuller. From the photo studio?
Collection note? This is the one, right here. Have you still got another note? There's another package for Fuller here.
Afraid not. Can I take it anyway?
I might turn a blind eye for nice customers.
So you're not gonna give it to me then?
Hell no!
Hey, Rosie. Hard at work, I see.
What do you want?
There's a really pretty young lady I've seen walking around here. Do you know her?
You had a real good look at her, didn't you?
Do you know her?
Well, I wouldn't say no. She came in here and asked about a photo studio, so I sent her up to Fuller's. She interrupted a conversation I was having with a friend. Can you believe that?
Ha! No way. I don't believe it. What brings someone like her, or maybe even you, here to Biddeford?
Someone like me. You mean a fat woman in a state full of fitness freaks. You're one charming kind of guy, aren't you?
No. I meant, why would someone as unfriendly as you work in a town tourist shop of all places?
Well, you ain't exactly a picture of politeness yourself.
But I don't work in a tourist shop either.
Okay, look. I grew up in New Jersey. My father didn't think the neighborhood was good for me or my brothers and sisters. So he got himself a job in a paper mill and dragged us all up here. Satisfied with that?
And you just weren't able to get yourself a job in construction or driving a truck?
Look, you shouldn't go trying to take on someone like me. You're punching way above your weight, son.
Huh, I can't deny that. Hey, Rosie, did you know Carrie, Jason's first wife?
Of course I knew her. I know everyone in Biddeford. At the end of the day, this is the only post office.
And what was she like?
What's that got to do with you?
I just wanted to chat a little.
Well, we never spoke too much. She was always so quiet. No comparison with Juliet. At least with her, you can have a decent conversation. Jason's so lucky he got her now. That really wasn't a life for a guy like Jason. With someone like that dragging him down? Now, at least he's got a life.
Ah, so lucky.
Just between you and me, one shouldn't speak ill of the dead. But that Carrie, she was always a little strange.
Uh-huh. Thanks.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything I could talk to Rosie about. There's a few papers here. Some sort of forms and a pad of blank collection notes. A well-sealed package. Not very heavy. I can hear a light tinkling, as though there were glass bottles or something inside. There's Fuller standing there acting like he knows something about photography. I better get out of here before I have to vomit on the doorstep. What a flashy thing that is. Probably some tourist's cool ride. Europeans in particular confuse New England with California and think they should be driving around in convertibles, Mustangs. Most of the year, an open-top car is a bad idea around here. With that kind of weather, Biddeford should make the raincoat a national uniform.
Yeah, just down the street.
Thanks a lot.
Some people. A man in a white lab coat. In his 40s, I'd say. Could be a doctor.